After enduring the frustrating wait at the Jardine River ferry, I retraced my steps to the south and headed for Weipa.
The road just goes forever and ever. This is the river at Moreton Telegraph Station, and just looking around you've got to wonder about the force of water here in the wet season. And here, that's a big chunk of wood to get wedged up in a tree like that. And the bridge behind, and I would suggest at times that bridge would be under. This is the supposed gravel road into Weipa, maintained by Rio Tinto. I'll tell you what, it might just as well be bitumen. It's the smoothest gravel road I've ever driven on. I reckon they sweep it every morning. I just felt a corrugation. Just one. What a road.
So we're just coming into Weipa, which is the bauxite mining capital of Australia, owned by Rio Tinto. The boom gates just came down on this haul road, and I've been sitting here with people behind me and people on the other side for about 4 or 5 minutes, and nothing's happened. Keep you posted. And now the gates are going up. The light's gone green, and that's 4 minutes of my life I won't get back. So we've arrived. Weipa. There's an oyster catcher, and judging by those rocks I'd say he's catching oysters. Certainly checking them out. I think that's exactly what he's doing. Well, that's how they get their name. Yep, he's eating oysters. A reminder of the constant danger on rough, corrugated roads. This is the view from the caravan park boundary out over the bay. So this is the Mission River Bridge in Weipa, with a train coming the other way. It's a single lane bridge. Make sure you give way because you're not passing anybody. I guess this train is dragging bauxite. While I was in Weipa, I tried 3 different fishing spots. The first of these was Red Beach.
Boy, this mullet is well past its use by date. Smelly, sloppy little fillets, but that's all I've got. Alright, well I got something. Oh, well, I'll be buggered. Look at this pretty little bugger. A little shovel nose. So all this way to catch one of them. You can go back in. On. A catfish! No! Back at Red Beach, looking different spot to yesterday, looking for that elusive more than 15 centimetre fish. Here we go. Oh, something. No idea. Like a brim. It is a brim. Right, finally, I've just got a shark before. One big hit, bang, gone. Now it's a grunter. Pretty fish. Front to the camera. There we go. Little tiny catfish. I don't think I could have caught one any smaller. What do we got? Another brim, I think. No, it's another grunter. Well, I can see trevally whizzing through here, smashing up the bait. They're not interested in my strip of mullet at all. Yeah, going nuts out here, smashing up the bait. On my line, nothing. Look at this. Drive you nuts. Fish leaping out everywhere. No live bait. And I think that's what you need. Heaps of bait fish. And every night they get smashed up. This is only what you can see in the sunlight. They are thick right out from the jetty. I'd be feeling pretty nervous if I was those fish. I'm throwing away from the piles to give myself half a chance if I hook something decent. The last one was right next to a pile, and that's exactly where he went. That is, but it's got a big mouth. Some sort of snapper thing? I don't know. Oh, it's another one of those things. I think it's probably the same one. All guts. Bait's just getting smashed again.
no idea, mate. I've no idea. Don't know any of these fish. Nice colours. Got something. Whoa, here we go again. A stripey, is that what they're called? Another lead on the stick. Right, so this is the bait, little garfish. 2 fillets. Cut them in half, long ways, like so, and then halve them, so it's 8 baits for a fish. Like so. A little bit bigger. No, it's not. It's another one. Here's the turn off. Let's see what it's like. Right at the beach, just about to cruise over and take in the view. Just a section of Pennefather Beach. Shades at a bit of a premium, but just check that out. Beautiful, clear water, protected. There's got to be fish out there. The entrance to the Pennefather River. I've seen this on the beach many times, well-known croc spot. So I'm going to head back along the beach, following those guys down there, see if I can find some shade to camp in. The first time I've ever seen a corrugated beach. Unbelievable! The traffic along here must be incredible. So those scruffy looking she oak trees are about the only places that you can camp, and they're all occupied. So I've decided I'll have a fish here for a couple of hours. I've got a bit of bait, and then I will head back on the main drag and find somewhere on the side of the road to camp, because it's just too hard. But what a magnificent beach. And there's my escape route between those 2 logs. That goes back to the track, which is only 20 metres back, and then it's only a very short distance to the road. Okay, I've pegged out the awning with the sand pegs that I bought specifically for just this job, to give me a little bit of shade to keep cool. I'll sit on a barrel or something. I got my fishing rod ready to go. This is the operating theatre. Pringles. Once you have one, you just can't stop. That's got to be worth a sponsorship, surely. Well, I better stop because I've just about finished them. I saw this in the supermarket and I couldn't resist it. I've been away for nearly 5 weeks,
And gee, I've missed my junk food. I've been eating all this healthy shit. Can't be good for you.
It's a bit shallow here, but there's some fringing reef over there, so I'll have a few casts with a lure while I'm waiting for the sun to drop a bit and do some bait fishing. And well, you never know. What I'd like to see is some really big dark shapes chasing it.
One of the problems I've noticed with North Queensland beaches, not that really North Queensland beaches have a problem, but one of the problems is the amount of rubbish. And every beach I've been to, there's just rubbish along the high tide or the storm line that has been washed up. And the vast majority of it seems to be things like thongs, God knows why, and plastic drink bottles. And most of them are not Australian. A lot of Indonesian. Another thong. Some sort of crock. Drink bottles half buried. Look at this pile here. Just for the sake of it, I'll have a look at the names on them. Well, that's certainly not Australian, is it? That's the same stuff. That looks to be Indonesian as well. And some of these you just can't tell. It's just everywhere. Thong. Another crocky type shoe. So that makes a pair. It'd be alright if I had two really different sized feet. Looks like what's left of a PFD. Small one. Thongs, thongs, more thongs. More bottles. More thongs. It's just everywhere. Big-headed skin powder. Indonesia. Footwear store. Look at all this stuff. Here are some oyster catchers not catching oysters. I'm a bit loath to pack it in before the sun starts to drop. It means finding a campsite in the dark, but I did see a couple of spots on the way in. It's probably one of my last opportunities to fish in Queensland, and I'll just have to grin and bear it. At least I've got tea prepared. It's just a heat up job, so it won't be that difficult. So the fish aren't playing, but what better way to spend a pleasant warm evening on the west coast of Cape York. Probably my last Cape York sunset, certainly over the ocean. Just lovely.